Hello everybody, I'm DerTebbers. This is your indie peek at Belladonna. Or Belladonna. Or Belladonna. Or whatever you want to call it. Belladonna. I got this key from the developer and I decided to take a look at it. And usually when I look at these games, I try to play a large chunk of the game. And then I give you guys an indie peek, and then sometimes I go and finish the game, and sometimes I don't. I finished Belladonna before I even recorded this. I finished Belladonna, and then I was like, that was a really good game, and didn't even realize I was like really close to finishing. I sort of felt like I was gonna finish it, but it was such a good game that I was like, oh, I like it. So there's this person blinks every once in a while. It's kind of creepy. Alright, there's no option, so we're just going to hit new game. You notice very down the bottom, it will auto-save frequently. Starting a new game will override any previous ones, which is fine because I finished the last one. Creepy. Make you think of anything?
Oh, the physical sensation. Pain? I'm alive? That's odd. I don't feel alive. What's going on? I have no memories of anything before this point in time. My mind is tabula rasa.
You're smart enough to have the words tabula rasa, which is better than most humans.
Some laboratory of sorts. Maybe I can find out what happened if I look around.
The first time she turned, I was like, oh my goodness, and then it just became normal. Point and click adventure. So, you know, click on it. And she commentates.
My very first memory is waking up on this thing. Before that, nothing. I wonder what I am.
I noticed there's like my mouse will disappear while she's commentating, which is, you know, fine. And then there's interest. Okay, there's a lot of, I don't want to call them in jokes, but they are in jokes. If you're into the sci-fi or not really sci-fi, but sort of it is sci-fi, but it's not like sci-fi like we think about. When we think about sci-fi today, we think about spaceships, but sci-fi back then involved stuff like books.
A lot of natural philosophy and chemistry. Something by an M.W. Shelley. Okay.
Comment if you know what the book by M.W. Shelley is, because if you don't know what it is, well, I don't even know what to say to that. Okay, so it is a point-and-click adventure. The one downside I will give you right up front about the point-and-click adventure of this one is the journal pages.
There's a handwritten note here. Maybe it can shed some light on my situation.
And you have to read it. Now, that's fine, but what I would have loved here is if they had gotten a voice in here to actually read this out to you, because her voice is great. It would have been so amazing to have somebody, you know, it is with shaky hands and heavy heartbeats I gather before me the instruments of my last desperate attempt. I find myself on the threshold of my toils, a turning point, for should I fail tonight, I doubt I shall find the strength and resolve to continue. I mean, it would have added so much to the game. Developers, if you want a voice talent, I'll totally read Wolfram's journals. I'll just chill myself right here. These tell the bulk of the story. And you see that you can collect so many, like this is all of Wolfram's here, and this is all of somebody else's, and it's linked in some way, shape, or form to this person's, and then there's this one over here. Pretty cool, huh? So that gives you a little bit of information. And then, like I said, point and click adventure.
There's a screwdriver in this toolbox. Better take it.
Yes. So now I got a screwdriver. Yay! And it is truly one of those where you have to notice the little things. So for the longest time, I was like kind of flipping around, and I got stuck somewhere. Right there is a magnet. Like the magnet's touch point is really close to the galvanic experiment. So when you're going really quickly, you'll miss the magnet. It's important to take the magnet.
I love magnets.
And she's cute. Galvanic experiment.
It looks like the legs of a frog hooked up with wires. And I'm pretty sure it moves when I'm not watching.
Creepy frog.
A human skull or a paperweight.
I love her commentary. So everything I click on.
Expensive. Let's waste it.
I click on everything because her commentary is often hilarious. Like, brain in a jar. What would you say to brain in a jar? Well, she says...
It's a brain in a jar. I wonder what it's thinking.
Because that's the perfectly logical thing to say. The other thing is amazing is I love her because she will name things.
That is one ugly gargoyle. Looks like a George to me.
So it is now George the Gargoyle. There you go. You're welcome. We'll take our bone saw.
Surgical tools. Shiny. I have no idea what's inside of this, but it glows.
Cool. All right, so we're going to try to leave.
The door won't budge. It seems to be barred from the other side. I might be able to unscrew these hinges, though.
Cool. All right, so she does telegraph the solutions in a lot of cases.
The screws on these hinges are rusty and stuck. I need some lubricant to loosen them up.
See? Simple stuff like that. She actually telegraphs the whole solution.
That should loosen them up.
So then you use that, and then take your screwdriver.
I'm free.
I'm free! And we continue. There's journal pages everywhere, and we have a suit of armor.
What a dedicated knight to guard a damp dungeon like this. Maybe he was demoted. Maybe he likes the dark. Maybe he's secretly a poet. I bet his name is Roland.
Yeah, his name is Roland. Yeah, totally. Their suit of armor, his name's Roland. Roland the poet. How nice. And then we have more journal pages. And again...
Another piece of paper.
These are
This was written long
so
before
much...
the last one.
These would be so much better if read, because these would be amazing. I mean, like, work is going great. Kept a rat alive for 1 hour, 26 minutes last night. We'll move on to larger mammals within the week. I find my life more and more polarized into two phases. I remember times when I used to climb I mean, it would have added amazement to this, especially as you can watch Wolfram slowly go downhill as his notes kind of reveal his real thoughts and stuff that really happens. I'm not going to go too far in this because I'll give away all the stuff, but I would suggest picking this up.
Like someone has been sleeping quite a lot in this sorry excuse for a bed, and it was hardly the suit of armor. But why would someone choose to sleep down here?
Indeed. Let's take a stick.
There's a long stick here. Perhaps it was used to try to chase away rats when trying to sleep.
There's a grate up here, and we're going to leave that journal page, and I'll get through the grate, but that's where we'll stop here. This is Belladonna.
Another locked door.
Yes, it is.
Let's take a peek through.
Okay. And a key.
It's the key I'm after. I can't reach it with my hands. I wonder what I can invent to retrieve it.
Invent being a relative word, but...
Look, I can attach the magnet to the end of this stick.
I'll show you how to get through there, because that's easy enough. Activate the magnet.
Let's hope this works.
It works.
Haha. Just as planned. I got the basement key.
All right, so we got the basement key. I would suggest if you want to explore this game with this... she's just a precious person. I love her personality and the voicing that goes with her. Again, I wish the journal pages were voiced. It'd make it so much better. But it's still a neat little game. It's relatively inexpensive. I completely have lost a piece of paper that had the price on it. And I would say give it a look. This is Belladonna. I've been DerTebbers. This has been your Indie Peek. Until next time, game on, be awesome. And what did M.W. Shelley write?